Hello and welcome to another episode of Ewell Acres. Today we're going to continue on with our discussions of beekeeping and talk about various tools, tricks, and traits to help you in your beekeeping success to make you more successful. Today we're going to be talking about the tool of bee escapes. Let's get started. So when you're looking at various tools that can help you with your beekeeping success, I like to put them into three different categories. There are the tools that you have to have in order to these are things that every single beekeeper should have in their arsenal. Then there are things that I highly recommend you to have that you probably should still have them, but you don't necessarily need them to be successful. And then there is a whole wide category of tools that are just simply nice to have. That, some of them are kind of gimmicky. They don't do a whole lot of good. Some of them are really nice to have, but they will make your success a little bit easier. Bee escapes fall underneath that category of nice to have, but not really needed. First off, what is a bee escape? A bee escape is some sort of a device that you stick in between your honey super and your brood chamber, so that way it allows the bees, when they go down into the hive itself, to go down, but they will have a great deal of trouble going up. So that way it helps to empty out a specific type of your hive. Typically speaking, when you're getting ready to harvest your honey, you can go ahead and take an inner cover that has a small little hole or a circle in it, and you can go ahead and put a small little device called a bee escape in that hole. And you're going to place it in between the honey chambers and the brood chambers of the hive. Then, over a 12 to 24 hour period, the bees, as they're going about their work, will gradually go down into the hive through escape. However, due to the design of that bee escape, they're going to have a tremendous amount of trouble of being able to go up. And so when you go the next day to come back and collect that honey of super, it's going to make it much easier to easily take it out because there's not going to be as many bees on the frames. You'll still have to brush them off with a bee brush or shake them off a little bit, but there's going to be nowhere near as much as if you just go right into the hive and shake it off. Is it necessary? No. Is it nice to have? Yes. Now that we've went ahead and talked about what the bee escape is and what it's used for, what's your thoughts? Is this something that you would be willing to take a look at and getting for your honey harvest to make it a little bit easier? Is this something that you'd want to get sooner rather than later? And go ahead and let us know in the comments below. I'm always curious to see what various different types of beekeepers choose that they want to get versus not get and helping them to be successful. Now that we've taken a look at what the bee escape is, how long is it used for? A lot of guys say, you know what, keep it in there, leave it for a couple days. Me personally, this is only a very temporary thing that you stick in your hive. By having it in, it really messes with the inner flow of the hive. And so I only stick it in for a very short period of time during honey harvest. So I very rarely use it, only when I'm about to harvest honey. That's just me personally, but I am a firm believer in if you are able to leave the flow of the hive as much as possible. And this will definitely mess with the flow. So how you use it, you stick it in, 24 hours in, you let the bees come down. When you take the honey off of your harvest, as you go to collect it, immediately after you're done taking that honey off it, and you are then going to leave it for a while, take that bee escape out, so that way the flow of the hive can go back to normal. It is only to be left in the hive for a 24 to 48 period of time. So what's your thoughts? Is this something that is necessary to keep the hive going, that you'd want to have? Or you know what? Just isn't something that really you're needing, and you can go ahead and just easily shake the bees off. Why do you need it? Why don't you need it? Go ahead and let us know in the comments below what your thoughts are. Do you choose to use this or not to use it? What's your thoughts? Well, thanks for joining us today as we go ahead and take a look at the tool of what's called a bee escape and whether or not you decide to use it to help you in your beekeeping arsenal. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and click on the subscribe button so you can receive regular videos from us every day. And don't forget to click on that notification bell so that way you can get notified when we bring videos out on a regular basis. Once again, thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.